Hey, what's up, folks? Life with Brock here with a something new that I've been thinking about doing for quite some time. I don't even know what I'm going to call this, but essentially, I spend a lot of time on Instagram looking at other people's customs. I really enjoy it, so I thought, why don't I just highlight some of the customs that I'm seeing? What I'm hoping to do is just highlight some of these folks that I'm enjoying as I'm going through and seeing all their really cool ideas and customs. I've received a lot of inspiration for some of these folks here. These are some really good artists that I'm finding on Instagram, and I just want to share them with you. So why don't we jump on in? Let's start with this Venom, using this dinosaur from the Jurassic Park line. This thing is so freaking cool. Now I've seen people do. Let me blow it up a little bit so you guys can see it. It's made by this. I think it's Sinister. Sinister. Okay, I see what he did there. What a great job, man! If you've been reading these the comics, and I'm trying to remember where Devil Dinosaur appeared. I feel like I recently read it. Was it in the? It may have been an Old Man Hawkeye when the Venoms were chasing. I don't really remember, but I know that the Venom symbiote somehow got connected to Devil Dinosaur. But man, what a phenomenal job! Now, Sinister, I've seen. I wasn't familiar with him until let me click on him here. So obviously, he really enjoys Venom, and it looks like he does some sort of cosplaying. That's going to be beyond the scope of what I'm wanting to do here. So he used the Jurassic World Super Colossal Rex as the base, and he repainted it. It looks like he did custom sculpted tendrils, teeth. Yeah, he added that tongue and that slime to make it give it that Venom look. He says a signature Venom look. Yeah. What did he use? Did he use glue sticks? It almost looks like he used glue sticks for those teeth. That's a pretty cool idea. Um, I think that's glue sticks. At least that's what it looks like to me. So pretty good. I really enjoy that paint job, man. Sinister, if you happen to see this, please shoot a video of that thing. I'd love to see that. Already told my family if they ever see this Jurassic Park. I know there's a Target and a Walmart special. There's a difference, I think, in the voice and the color paint. Whenever this thing goes on sale, I want it. This thing is humongous. I'm not sure if I think I'd probably do a Devil Dinosaur, although that Venom look just looks amazing. And of course, you can add your own spin with the tendrils and stuff. Really well done, man. Good job. Let's get back on it and continue on into the next. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Lou and Aiden's holy cow with his Mecha Hulk. This thing is so. I can't tell you how brilliant this is. I recently got a Mecha Hulk that it was actually broken. Those of you that have been following my YouTube at Life with Brock saw me do the arm fix. But he's got so many cool things. First of all, the paint. First, the kitbash. I should talk about the kitbash. Why don't actually let me. I know he's got a couple, so you guys can see what he did. I think that's Lou. But I know he's got. Oh, here we go. I had to. Where's the one? I think he may have. You should go check out his page. He does incredible stuff. He's a top level customizer, top tippity top. So here we go. Let's just take a look at this real quick. So he's using obviously the Mecha Hulk, and he's using that Marvel Select Hulkbuster, and of course, let me see. I know there's one that he broke him down. Okay, here we go. Look at this, man. And obviously, and then I don't know if you guys recognize that, but he looks like he's using those Creech gloves. I recently opened mine out of package, and it's a really cool looking McFarlane figure. But I've seen people use these gloves, but this is absolutely the best use of the gloves I've seen. And he's doing a kit bash. He kit bashes both of these figures to make an even better figure. Let me go back, and he's So this is, let's take a look at how at his process. Right? Obviously, he's done the kitbash and he's prepped the figure, and then he's painted those pieces individually. Now I find that especially on a larger figure, actually in all figures, it's for those of you that are starting customizing, it's typically easier to paint the individual figures because you have more control of it. Can you imagine painting this beast all put together? It'll be harder to reach the different areas. And obviously when you break it down like this, you can also check for paint rub, which I'm sure he did. I mean, that color is so phenomenal. So phenomenal. Let's go back to the original standby. There we go. And there's the finished product. Oh my gosh, man. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. The paint job. And I actually asked him about, I just made a comment of the paint that he used very close, he got very close to the original paint job. So it looks like this figure just came out of the factory. I don't know how much this figure went for, but it should have gone for top dollar. I mean, it is phenomenal. It's one of the best customs, I should say, that I've seen recently. And the dude is obviously at the top of his game. So what he actually, you can see my comment there. Let me see if I can get it to scroll. There we go. He says, so he likes to use Model Masters, and he mixed it with a layer of gloss black as the base. And he says, voila. Well, it's really not that easy, guys. The dude is, I'm going to say it for, again, at the top of his game. That is top level customizing at its finest. Let's move on to the next custom and talk about the finest of the fine. This guy is probably in my top 3 favorite customizers. Top 3 favorite customizers, and there's only one guy that I think that I like even better than him. But they're both masters at their work, and of course that's Craig Work. I'm a Craig Work fanboy. That guy is amazing. But let's talk about Action Figure Toronto. Here he's showing off an effect that he's done. It looks like he's using some sort of plastic. That helmet's not going to be that heavy, so that plastic right there, he's going to put out a full tutorial, and I can't wait to see it. But I'm guessing that's going to be some sort of, just the plastic that comes on the Marvel Legends, the front of the package. That may be just a cut, or it could be that paper or that material that people use, the old overhead projector screens. That could be possibly a cutout right there. So many things going on here. There's obviously sculpting that you see. You see a repurposed Mesco Punisher head, or a cast of a Punisher head, which makes a phenomenal Magneto. And we'll talk about the helmet, and let me go back to some of his other stuff that I have on here. Here's a video. Let's take a look at a video. Load up. And he's made it so this helmet pops off. Really great idea, man. Really good idea. And he's got a couple of heads. Actually, I think he's got 3 total heads, the Punisher heads. Man, I love this. Perfect face for Magneto. That little piece on Magneto's helmet is a part that he 3D printed. He designed himself and he printed off. Fantastic. He says he's going to make it available, the files available. This is one of the customizers that shares his work, his knowledge. He doesn't sell his work, but he just makes all his skills, all the tricks of the trade. He makes it available at actionfiguretoronto.com. Here's another one. Here's him showing off a cape that he made. He's used. I thought he was going to use magnets. Maybe there are magnets in there. We'll find out when he puts out the tutorial. I can see there's a magnet there at the chest, but that's probably to hold the collar that he sculpted. Oh my gosh, man, this thing is so intricate. Perfection, man. And let's go and take a look at some other stuff that he's doing. I know I'm spending a lot of time here talking through this. Another shot. Pretty awesome. And then he's making It looks like he's making a base for his figure, a display base. We'll find out what those are being used for later. Maybe it's some rebarb that's all bent up. Look at this. Oh my gosh, man. I think that those are also 3D printed from what I remember hearing. And here's, look at that base, man. That's a piece of art right there. Man. That's so fantastic, man. And then finally, let's look at the paint job that he's done on these faces and helmet. Ooh, that's a little bit too close, but oh boy. Great job of shading, great job. And he's probably not even completely done. And that candy red that he used, and purple, man. Seriously, that is probably the best Magneto face, helmet, paint job custom that I've ever seen, and there's some really good ones out there. Man, that just looks beautiful. Good job, dude. Let's move on. I keep on saying good job, but obviously I'm not here to critique anything. Look at what the real Dallas James. Actually, this is not something he sculpted, but I believe it belongs to him. Let me see who he gave this. I'm not sure if he painted. He may have painted it. I don't know. So it was Danger Man 5 is the one that. Let me see. Did he do the? Well, it's maybe he bought it from him. Look at that. These little cars. If you're interested in doing something like this, you can go out and purchase them on eBay. They run, anywhere from 12 to 20 bucks. I'm forgetting the name. Maybe I'll remember and I'll put it in the video somewhere. But let's take a look at the sculpt work that this dude did. Look at that. I love Plastic Man. But this is just a very unique custom. It definitely stands out. Here you go. You can, man. I want this in my collection. I want to do this. I don't know if I have the ability to sculpt. I'm going to try though, sometime down in the future. Finally, moving on here. This is going to be a Goliath custom that Mark Lab Creations has begun. I think he's using those 12-inch figures. Yeah, Ace Outlaw talks about it right there. It looks fantastic, man. Good job. Can't wait to see this thing finished. But that's just a heads up. If you want to go follow him, he does a really good job. Here's somebody using a leader head. This is an old Toy Biz leader, and it looks like he's putting it on a different body. McToyver is trying to give it his own take. It looks pretty darn good, dude. I'd like to see it finished up. I'm going to follow that. And then let's look at this guy right here. Another Lou and Aiden's. This literally just came out. He posted that. It looks like he's doing a Sentry. Look at that gold. That's looking dynamite right there. Very nice. Or is it a Sentry, or is it going to be Hyperion? It's Hyperion. Almost as I did say Sentry, but yeah, that Hyperion's going to look pretty darn good. And we're going to finish this week's customs. I've been talking for almost 20 minutes already. Holy cow. A lot longer than I expected. Here's Ace Outlaw Customs. A buddy of mine, he's working on this Mr. Freeze, and it looks like he's repurposed. Well, he has repurposed this Omega Red. What do you call it? What is that? His harness? Yeah, it's a harness. He's repurposed. Nice job on the paint job. That looks very frosty. That blue and white did a good job on the paint job there. And it looks like he's using a Mezco Batman body. I think he's got deep pockets, you know what I'm saying? And the parts that he's using here are from Greg Capullo, Mr. Freeze. And it looks like it's a RoboCop chest piece. And he's going to make it interchangeable. I saw that magnet there. And he mentioned it to me already, what he was doing, but I wasn't paying attention. I was driving. But it looks awesome, dude. Let me go to where it ended up. And I'm not sure if he's completely, it looks finished to me. Unless I'm missing something. Let me see. Oh no, it's still his work in progress. I mean, it looks like a finished custom. So if it's gonna look even better than this, dude, good job. Yeah, man, great job. All right, so that brings us to the end of this week's custom showcase from Instagram. I know I missed a couple of the customs looking back at it. Whoops. I'll get better as I do more of these. But here's my Juggernaut that golly, I have to go work on right now. I've just been kind of bummed out since it happened, but it's actually gonna turn out better than it did originally. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out my stuff, and go sub or follow these people on Instagram. They do really, really good work. As soon as I'm done with the Juggernaut, I'm going to move on to this Nightwing. I hope you continue following me, and I will see you on the next one, players. Peace. Toys, toys, toys.